It's week 1 of the NFL, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Blues and the Elks, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Blues of Brooklyn and the Salt Lake City Elks. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
And a very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one. So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and a yard. Going to run again here with Pollard. 15 yards on the play, first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Fields. His throw incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. First pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Meanwhile, Fields, this throw finds Smith and Jigba. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first down throw, Fields. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down. Now Fields steps away to his left. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Jeremy Chin there defensively. From the 23, here's second and 5. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. Here's Fields. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
They'll run with Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Fields hit and the ball is loose. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Pollard. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield. Mission accomplished. Points on the board.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And I think that even after a decade in the NFL, he doesn't get enough credit for not just his consistency, but his brilliant play and leadership as well. He's won a Super Bowl in Seattle. He's led his team to another Super Bowl opportunity also in Seattle. His numbers are always terrific, almost always in the Pro Bowl, and all his team does is win. This guy's a natural leader.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A 1st down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Wilson. That's caught. Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Ooh, the juke. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. There's Wilson to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Salt Lake City with the football here to begin quarter 2. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Mevis knocks this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. After that play, we're going to get a pause here, an injured player, and that's the tight end, Zach Ertz, in some discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Wilson. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And not much room to speak of. They'll get about 3 up to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it they're picking up the first down. Barkley, inside handoff. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And this offense on third down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Nevis knocks this one through.
And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Pollard, he'll take it up the gut.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Back to throw, Fields. And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And all the way in for the touchdown.
Jackson Smith-Njigba
with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Blues have retaken the lead.
So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on. And as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming down and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Pittman here.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
Running left, it's Barkley.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Knocked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line.
Wilson, here's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. Over the middle, he's got Chanel. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, here's Fields.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
One more go for this offense in the first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. Gets past one man. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football and averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier. And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. On play action, Fields.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Up the middle with Barkley. Now the ball comes loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Touchdown! A.J. Brown from 17 yards out.
And the Elks have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Here's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Wilson's throw complete here to his receiver, Graham.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. A handoff to Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll go to Barkley again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Flushed out right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on here to punt it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Now it's Fields. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Out of the gun, Fields.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown!
Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Blues have yet again retaken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
On first down, Wilson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
There's Jamin Davis, the former Kentucky Wildcat, bringing the pressure that time.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Barkley toss play left. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught by Robinson.
He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
They'll try to run forward Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise that he was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up.
Now Wilson, he'll get this one to Pittman.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Johnson.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Play action. It's Wilson. to Barkley on the check down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Down right around the 25.
Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
On third down, Wilson, complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one goes for 8 yards. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective game.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Damian Harris, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Elks answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown!
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game.
And the Blues use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Play action. Now Wilson.
Short throw there caught by Thomas.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Steps away. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by baiting the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
Jackson Smith and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here.
So far he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Zach Ertz. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Blues are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 11. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to play. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Here's Wilson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Wilson.
Caught out left side by Robinson.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Wilson on 1st down.
Pass complete to Robinson.
And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Wilson will throw again.
Pass complete to Harris.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
This is 1st and 10.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Here's 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Forced out to his left. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slide their way downfield, they get the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Seconds to play. Everything will come down here to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you.